In what movie did you like the bad guy more than the good guy? Squidward's just trying to live his life in peace and he has two man-children constantly annoying him. Trying to think of the actual ages of SpongeBob and Patrick is unsettling to me. Squidward isn't even a bad guy, though. He's just a neighbor that dislikes what SpongeBob and Patrick usually do. Plankton, on the other hand. Hercules, the Disney animated version. I really liked Hades' character. My sister loves Hades, the real one, not the one from the movie, and says that he chose to be the king of the underworld. Dr. Houseman in Dirty Dancing. The man works his off so he can take his family on a nice, long vacation. The doc is a very lenient parent, giving his teenage daughters all kinds of leeway and freedom to do whatever they want. When Baby asks for $300, which is a large sum of money back in 1962, her dad gives her the money with barely any hesitation. Because he trusts her, Baby gives that money to one of the dancers so she can get an abortion. It's botched. And who saves the day? Oh, right, Dr. F. Houseman, of course. He makes one comment about that being where his money went and then gets to work saving the woman's life. And Baby's punishment for taking $300 from her father under false pretenses. She can't do her dance routine for other vacationers. That's it. She has to sit with her parents for a couple of hours. Literally the most lenient punishment imaginable under those circumstances. But of course Patrick Swayze comes in and is like nobody, puts Baby in a corner. Fu Patrick Swayze's character, Baby F, deserves to be in that corner. Dr. Doofenshmirtz just needed someone to talk to, but all that platypus wanted to do was beat his Honestly, the poor guy needed to see a therapist because he has some serious childhood trauma he needs to unpack. Perry did his job to stop the Schmeartz's evil schemes. But whenever Doof wasn't trying to take over, Perry was pretty much just a bro to him. As much as I love Clarice Sterling in Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal Lecter is still the best character in the whole movie despite only have 16 minutes of screen time. Sir Anthony Hopkins was so legendary he only needed 16 minutes to put his character in the minds of every viewer. The fact that Jodie Foster kept up and did brilliant acting too makes it even better. Winning the Best Actor, Actress and Movie was fully deserved. The B-movie. Ken was the only sane person. Are there other bugs in your life? This stupid woman left him for a bee. They only live for like a month, right? Tom and Jerry. And not necessarily just the movie but the regular cartoons. F that antagonizing little mouse. He has no redeeming features. Used to watch the show every week waiting for the one time Tom would finally get him. I was the oldest of way too many kids and I always sympathized with Tom. Was I not supposed to be rooting for Tom? The Monarch in Venture Brothers. What kind of idiot doesn't even lock his doors? I'm not even going to flush. Let them see the wrath of the Monarch! Exclamation mark. Quote, the Monarch is great, but you realize through the series that the real bad guy is Dr. Jonas Venture Sr. That guy was just straight up bad news. The fact that Rusty is as normal as he is frankly astonishing. Monarch in 21. Heat. De Niro, Pacino. Don't let yourself get attached to anything you are not willing to walk out on in 30 seconds flat if you feel the heat around the corner. Agreed, though you could make an argument for Waingro being the actual antagonist for both. F. Waingro. Kung Fu Panda 2. I like cold calculating villains who don't need to be ultra strong or puppet masters to prove that they're a real threat. Shan was really interesting because he was smart in his strategy, and especially when he tries to stop his fate, but everything he does only seals it. Wile E. Coyote. Dude was starving in the desert and just wanted to eat. I don't know how he can order all these gadgets and yet not order any food. Emperor's New Groove, Isma and Kronk. They're entertaining to watch until today. The Poison. The Poison for Cusco. The poison chosen specifically to kill Cusco. Cusco's poison. Meryl Streep's character in The Devil Wears Prada. So much more interesting than Anne Hathaway's character. And in many ways she was right. This is business at the top, and Anne Hathaway's character was a naive child wandering into a battle of giants. Anyone who doesn't want to be part of that world should just get the hell out of it. She showed a lot of patience with her and brought her far with the company. Considering that she was brand new to the game. The job sucks, for sure. As I get older, I sympathize more and more with the principal and sister in Ferris Bueller's Day Off. I agree. As I get older, it becomes increasingly clear that Ferris Bueller is a colossal, narcissistic bellend. Ferris did need to take more responsibility for his actions. But that does not excuse the principal ducking out of work, breaking into Ferris's house, and hitting their dog over the head with a ceramic pot. Megamind, but that was kinda the point. His brain just too THICC. I love you, random citizen. Quote, Megamind isn't even the bad guy, it's angsty Jonah Hill. Rumpelstiltskin in Once Upon a Time. Even before his redemption arc, he was just so much more entertaining for me than any of the good guys. Him and Regina were the true stars of that show. The Devil in Bedazzled. Mainly because he's played by Elizabeth Hurley. Hilarious when Brendan Fraser can't stop crying at the sunset. She showed up at a perfect time for my teenage boy sensibilities. That movie was like a showcase for her hotness. The funniest part is when he becomes a Colombian drug lord, and the next 20 minutes of the movie switches to Spanish with subtitles. Brilliant. In Despicable Me, I think the bad guy Gru is better than good guy Gru. Although I have some mixed feelings about it. Sure, good guy Gru was lovely to their adoptive girls and started to enjoy the world more and more, which I think was positive, and he was still a villain after all. But the evil Gru that didn't give a s about others and just wanted to steal the moon was a bit funnier. Muppet Treasure Island. Come on. Tim Curry. That performance was one of the most perfect, lovable, rogue, charismatic characters of all time. I call shenanigans. Tim Curry is the good guy in all roles, even if he is trying to kill all humans. Greatest Treasure Island film of all time. Greatest Muppet film of all time. Greatest film of all time. I will die on this hill. I rooted for Gerard Butler's character Clyde Sheldon in Law-Abiding Citizen. I am amazed how long I had to scroll down to finally find mention of this movie. I completely agree. I wanted Gerard Butler's character to win. Yes, it's been a while since I saw it, but I remember at the time thinking of Gerard Butler's character as this methodical genius, whereas the hero, played by Jamie Foxx, was just kinda lucky.